Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, as always, I appreciate you popping in, checking the channel out for the first time. You first timers, you're in for a visual treat full of humor and antics to which none have ever seen on YouTube before. Well, that's not true. It's a bold lie. Today we're going to jump into 10, as always. I always do 10 games, never a surprise. We're going to jump into 10 games inspired by movies. Some are pretty good, some are kind of but they made the list. I might do a second one of this, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of movie/games, out there. But we'll see. I don't know. I kind of do whatever I want. You guys know that. I don't really give a crap. So I'm just having fun with this, and this is another fun one that I made, and hopefully you guys like it. Let me know in the comments where like some movie games inspired by movies that you would have rather seen or that you like. I'm always interested in the comments. That's like the best part of the channel, is hearing what you all think. Even if this video sucks, man, let me have it. I really don't, it doesn't bother me. So, but yeah, let's dive into these games, and yeah, again, as always, thanks for watching.
We have the game in our sights, Miss Moneypenny.
I don't know, that's probably terrible. But this is 007 from Russia with love. And unlike that terrible accent I tried, my Sean Connery impression, this game's really good. It's a multi-platform first-person shooter. It came to us in 2005. It's based on the 1963 movie, but they took a little bit of liberties. There's the absence of the villainous organization known as Spectre. They are no longer in the picture in this movie game, but they were replaced with the cleverly named organization known as Octopus. Both have the same number of letters in the spelling too. Weird. Conspiracy? I think it had something to do with licensing. I think I read something. Oh, almost shot that guy. He's a good guy. Ew. And they added some additional characters. I don't know. And since they were doing whatever the hell they wanted in this game, they decided to throw in the old Aston Martin DB5. You can see it in the beginning, opening credits, and then it's actually in the game as well. So, and then yeah, just for the hell of it, they also threw in the jetpack from Thunderball. So the Aston Martin was from 1964. The 1964 movie, and then the Thunderball is 1965. This movie, of course, takes place in 63, so, Anyways, I guess it's like Back to the Future, but was shaken and not stirred, so. But I've been enjoying this one a lot. I really like a lot of the Bond games. Some are stinkers, some are not. This one, I think, is pretty exceptional. The controls are pretty amazing. Oh, look, a jetpack. Man, I would love to get my hands on a jetpack. Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. Up and away. Some guys hanging off the old clock tower there. Have a nice fall. Whee! Here comes a lot of explosions. Yeah, really tight controls though. I like the shooting. You can just lock on everything. Here I take on a helicopter, which also seems extremely probable. No idea. Guess there's a machine gun on the jetpack. I don't really quite figure it out. And then of course I defy physics by getting hit by a helicopter. Amazing. One tough-ass James Bond. And just before he runs into me again. Victory. Doesn't get any better than that.
Who are you?
The name is Bond. James Bond.
Alright, moving on to The Thing. A survival horror, squad-based third-person shooter and multi-platformer from 2002. This was set as a sequel to the 1982 film. You'll journey back to old tropical Antarctica here. to the outpost where our hero Captain Blake is a part of the U.S. Army's Special Forces unit. Ah, yes. Old Blake here is trying to find out what happened to the research team, as he clearly didn't watch the first movie and is caught in a fight against those cute shape-shifting aliens who somehow survived being destroyed from the first movie. This game was actually endorsed, however, by John Carpenter, and he does have a cameo in the game as well, so that's kind of a neat little trivia fact for you at-home players. I have yet to finish this one. This one, it's not even that it's hard. I just, I forget that I started it, so. The controls can get a little weird at times. You know, when you're dealing with squad-based games, you know, because you've got to give direction to the other teammates, characters on your team. That can get a little frustrating, but no, it wasn't terrible. Pretty good selection of weapons in this one as well. Also, when you're outside that blue meter right there, that indicate you only have till it gets to the end. You're dealing with -40 temps or so. So the longer you're exposed outside, the greater the risk. So you clearly want to get in and out of outside as quick as possible. I've been in -40, and I definitely would have a hat on and probably some type of warm face mask thing. But hey, when you're special forces, you're special. You'll gather a lot of clues throughout the game, solve puzzles, help you advance to the next area. But yeah, this is pretty fun. I heard there's a remake coming. I think it's was supposed to be sometime this year, 2024, so late 2024. I'd be curious to get the remake of it, see it all refined. But I'm kind of an idiot. I'll probably end up just getting it like on the Switch. I was like, I don't know, man. I play the Switch a lot at night, so I'd be like, I'd add this title. I'm sure it would probably look better though on other platforms, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like the Switch can't fit and run this game. I mean, it was an older game. I mean, what I say it was? 2000, yeah, 2002. It's like a 22-year-old game. The light posts out here in the environment help guide your way through the blizzard conditions, so you want to follow those. And occasionally you'll find like some red flares in areas too. Uh-oh. Alright. Say hello to my little game. The Scarface, the world is yours. Full of a lot of vulgarity and a lot of violence, so this video has got a lot of violence. So yeah, we're gonna have to make this one not for kids, which is like the second time I think I've had to do a video like that. But this is, like I said, a multi-platform 2006 action-adventure game, and of course was based on the 1983 film. But this is more of like an imaginative sequel where Tony survives and now wants revenge, as he's gonna pretty much again rebuild his cocaine empire. So this takes place 3 months later in March of 1984. Tony returns to Miami, and of course all of his assets have been frozen, and the districts of Miami that he once dominated has now been divided among other drug cartels. So yep, we've seen it happen before in many a movie. Everyone always divides and conquers. Tony wants it back. The shooting mechanics on this one for me are a little loose. I had to adjust the sensitivity a little bit. I was kind of all over the place with any kind of machine gun. Also, you can go into like rage mode where you can just kind of shoot all over the screen and just, I don't know, it usually pretty much hits everybody. So that's kind of nice because that's pretty much how I shoot anyways. And then this does have driving elements in it. It's very similar to a Grand Theft Auto experience. So if you're familiar with Grand Theft Auto, you pretty much have a knack for those kind of games, and this is up your alley for sure. The interesting note too, another little fun fact, the voice of Tony Montana was actually picked by Al Pacino. Al Pacino, if I remember right, didn't want to do the voice because he'd gotten a lot older, and they picked a different actor, and Al Pacino approved, and there you go. You can practice your drug deals in the game, and then move on to Batman. Guess I didn't remember how long that last clip was. So this is Batman Begins from 2005, another multi-platform action stealth game where you play as the Dark Knight during his first year as the Batman. And of course he's on a crusade against crime. We go from F-bombs to what the hell? This guy's like screaming, what the hell? Despite some minor modifications, the game pretty much follows the plot of the movie pretty closely, so... Yeah, I like this one. I think most people do. It's
we've got our
kind of runs kind of weird there. I don't know if he's got to go to the bathroom or...
Not until I find Crane.
And if you think that's funny, wait till I show you him climbing a ladder. Oh God. But yeah, you've got to figure out your environment, so that's how you can advance in certain things. Here I was supposed to shatter that rail, but instead I just jumped over it. Yeah, that's why it's flashing the batarang symbol up in the top corner there. You need to use a batarang, but... Yeah, watch this. Watch this dude climb this ladder. Oh my God. So weird. Who climbs a ladder like that? I guess when you're in, like, tight spandex pants, maybe? I don't know. You can use a stealth attack in this one as well. You can sneak up on enemies. It's really handy when one of them has a weapon, the other doesn't. You'll want to get the guy with the weapon first. But fighting mechanics are pretty good. Do a lot of combos and a lot of different moves. And then there's an icon will point to an enemy when you haven't finished them. So if you're not able to leave the area, that's usually why you didn't finish off the bad guy that's laying there. So that's something you got to remember when you're playing. All right, now we're looking back on the track for a little green bat. So Reservoir Dogs, a 2006 third-person shooter that was based on the film, where 8 colorful individuals. See what I did there? Because they all had code names with their colors. Yeah, you get it. Shut up, Rob. They rob a jewelry store, and the cops show up a bit earlier than the response time, meaning there's a rat amongst the crew, just like in the movie. The game has 3 different endings, and of course they're based on your actions. I feel terrible. I shot that poor lady. I did not mean to. It's really hard, though, to not get innocent people shot or killed in this game. Here, I was taking a hostage. I probably actually could have got out of this situation without actually firing my weapon, but I panicked, and a lot of people got hurt. The beginning of the game, before you actually play any of it too, just so you know, there's a tutorial mode, so it actually guides you through shooting, sneaking up, how to deal with having a hostage. A lot of little tasks you have to do to... you don't even have to actually do them well, you can actually just do them and still advance, so I don't know, it's in there. But yeah, once that's done, then you get right into the gameplay, so... It's ultra-violent, it's a very ultra-violent game. I do know this game was banned in Australia and New Zealand. That's kind of an interesting fact. throwing out hopefully some interesting facts in this video. And yeah, I messed up bad here. This poor guy down at the bottom of the stairs. I shot him, but I actually needed him, so let's go driving. There are driving elements in this game as well. Here I'm racing the other guys from the heist back to the safe spot. You don't have to actually get first, so but it's more of like a bragging right if you do. So yeah, really fun game though. It's not the best game you'll play, but it's decent. I think the reviews on this one are pretty mixed, so.
You don't want to kill that guy.
It's funny too in this game because a couple times like there'd be someone behind me that actually could have just taken me out and they didn't. Like there's a cop. If I look back, like he's right there. He was right there. He literally is taking me out, but he follows me. And then now I've got the drop on him. And yep.
Thank you.
Quit smashing into shit.
And I had to drive again apparently. Or maybe it's the same clip. I don't know. Really banged my car up too. I could not drive in this game to save my life, so.
I heard about this one guy. This nickel and dime thief had a job in a liquor store.
Alright, I'm gonna move on to a game you can't refuse. This is The Godfather, which came to us in 2006, yet another multi-platform action-adventure game, which of course is based on the 1972 film and follows a non-canon character. His name is Aldo Trappini. He gets recruited into the old Corleone family and has to work his way up the ranks while seeking revenge against his father's killers, which they show here, and this is his father. And then these guys wipe him out, which I didn't show. I just basically was like, hey, business. Now there you are, strapping young lad, looking for revenge. This shows a perspective in the game, though, that basically is from Aldo, the character here, is from his view. And pretty much everything that he does in the game is stuff that happened basically off screen during the movie. So you've got him avenging Bonacera's daughter. He's killing Luca Brossi's assassin. You'll see him driving Vito Corleone to the hospital after he was shot, and then planting a gun for Michael Corleone to kill Salazzo and Captain McCluskey, and then placing that horse's head in the movie, remember, in Jack Waltz's bed. So that you get to do all those things. So. And then, yeah, apparently I was on somebody's turf, so that car tried to, like, just basically run me over and shoot me. You can do extortion in the game, which I was terrible at, because there's a lot of, like, you can do negotiating at first, but I couldn't figure it out, so I just started beating the crap out of everybody. I figured that works. You still get money, so, yeah, we'll do the little man dance here, and then he'll cough up some dough.
I already paid this month. I won't let you squeeze me no more.
Yep. So you can see I'm putting the pressure on him on that gauge up there. Once you've gone past that green meter, you're good to go. But I didn't know what to do. So like I think I just went back and started beating his ass again, and then got even more money. So and then the problem with that is now this guy has to give you. I think I stopped at $730 because I figured I probably should stop. So now this guy has to pay me $730 a week for protection. I don't know. Also driving elements, like I said, in this game. I just want to capture some of the graphics and the city. I thought it looked pretty amazing. It was also said that Francis Ford Coppola actually condemned this game because Paramount never told him about the game or even asked basically for his input on the game. So according to Mr. Coppola, this game does not exist. So and there's a lot of the original voice actors from the movie in this game as well, so that's pretty cool.
Jeez, what took you so long? You get the money?
There's old Luca Brasi.
See? I told you this business was interesting, huh? I want you to meet up with a friend of mine, Paulie Gatto.
Yeah, I thought I'd throw in a little cut scene here. Just kind of, there's a lot of them throughout the game.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. All right, check out this RoboCop beginning. Oh my god. Look at RoboCop leap sideways, but then he's straight up again, shooting. Yeah, forget Rogue City, man. Look at this classic. This is a 2003 multi-platform first-person shooter, which is based on the RoboCop the films, not just film. Of course, you are Alex Murphy, gunned-down Detroit police officer turned cyborg, and are tasked with finding the people responsible for the spread of a new designer drug known as Brain Drain. I think that's TikTok, though, but I could be wrong. Simultaneously, RoboCop is tasked with investigating connections between a mayoral candidate. Mayoral? I can't even say it. A candidate for mayor, we'll just say that. God, man, cannot read today. And also, you're going up against the Omni Consumer Products, known as OCP, the creator of our friend here, RoboCop. You'll do this across about, I think there's 9 levels. They're pretty big too, and each of them are divided into several sections, and you'll be using several weapons against enemies, including a pistol, a machine gun, a grenade launcher, and a missile launcher. And during this game, you can also rescue civilians who are being held as hostages and can arrest enemies who surrender. So, yeah, this one, it's not good. I don't know. It's fun. I mean, I do like it. It's just, it's not great. The mechanics here are terrible. You have a really hard time trying to lock in on the people you want to shoot. That square comes up, but it just really doesn't do anything. Like, you can't, like, hold a trigger, you know, like in a Call of Duty type game and then hone in on that. See, I'm just like all over the place. I'm pointing up, pointing down, trying to you guys gotta stay still long enough to shoot the person. So, his movements are weird. His voice is very weird. It sounds like Arnold. He's just like, because he'll be like, ammunition. Or, if he gets like his baby food, I think he says food or something. I don't know. It's so terrible. But, I don't know. It's worth a go, though. I think you should at least check it out. And then just only play Rogue City from then on. I think it's a very valid attempt, though. I mean, we were waiting for a RoboCop type game back in the day. This is what we got, so we made the best of it. Yeah, so that's a civilian. I don't know. I thought they were shooting at me, though. They're in blue, too, so blue means good. That's why my face got scrambled there for a minute. Red is bad, so know your colors. See? Blue? Good. And then I love when you save them, they're like, thank you. I must now teleport back into space. Ooh, it just disappears. Look at it. Same with this lady. Oh my god, thank you. Time for me to return to my planet. Ooh. Classic. All right, let's move on to some Rocky. Mr. I didn't hear no bell. This is a 2002 multi-platform fighting game, which is, of course, based on the Rocky franchise. The beginning of the game opens up with an ad, actually, for the 5 VHS collector set. So I think it's kind of cool. Like, in the beginning, you can see all the different shows like Clubber Lang and Tommy Gunn and Ivan Drago. All those guys, like, just in the beginning. It's a really cool intro. But then, at the end of the day, they're trying to sell movies. So, and I think if I remember right, this game was included with that special set, but you have to correct me in the comments. But yeah, you're basically, of course, Mr. Balboa here, and you're journeying from a club fighter, facing opponents like Mr. Rico here, Spider Rico, and then all the way up to your championship bout, which will be against Apollo Creed, and then of course beyond. And the game sticks closely to the movies, with all the included characters being at least mentioned in the movies. So here I also chose, this is just exhibition mode. You can pick from like 5 fighters until you've unlocked all the other fighters. So punching on this one's, it's all right. I'm not really big into fighting games, like boxing games especially. So, but I had to give it a go because it's Rocky. The sweat on the head's kind of funny, as it just kind of like beads up and then eventually just like flings off. And then you've got sparring mode. There's old Mick right there. This is, to me, was stupid. You can literally just wail on this guy and just keep wailing on this guy. I thought he was going to kind of fight back a little bit so you could practice your moves or defense, but nope. You might as well just be hitting a bag, man. But yeah, pretty decent game. If you're into boxing, give it a go. And now it's the Warriors who come out to play. Based on a 1979 film, this also multi-platform game came to us in 2005 and is set in the gritty 1970s New York City, where of course the story follows the notorious Warriors street gang. They were framed for murder of the respected gang leader Cyrus from the Gramercy Riffs. If you remember in the movie, they all gathered in that park, and then he was taken out. And of course, the Warriors were blamed for it. They were framed for it. So after returning to their home turf in Coney Island, they are being hunted by rival gangs and the police. And the game kind of expands on the film's plot, with the first half covering events that took place 3 months before the events of the film. So you get like 18 missions, and then you've got 5 bonus missions, which are known as flashbacks. So, and not the acid variety, though, so don't ask. Spray painting is a little hard. I shortened that W a second ago there because it just, you got to have like a steady hand or you run out of paint really quick. So I just showed you the finished product to kind of speed things along. Fighting can get a little confusing because you can just start punching your friends too. Like it just goes into like a ballroom blitz. That gets a little frustrating. I mean, at one point I think I was fighting a gang of guys, but I was just punching the fence. And I'm like, why? Like, turn around, You're just trying to get them to... it's a pretty dark game too. I tried to adjust the lighting a little bit. But, I mean, these are just dumb complaints. But you go around, you can steal car stereos and get cash. You can mug people to get cash, because you're going to need cash to buy certain things, especially like if you're tagging, you want to get spray paint. Spray paint's like $5 a can, so, which I think is pretty high back then in 1979. I don't know. Wasn't big on shopping on spray paint back then, so I couldn't tell you the actual prices, I was only 3 years old in 79. Yeah, I love this game a lot. I love especially the intro, man. It gets you really amped up to want to play this game, and it feels and looks exactly like the movie in a sense, so definitely a good one to check out. Really great job. Probably should have saved this one for last, maybe, so that the video ends on a good note. Well, it doesn't matter, because you're going to see my stupid face here at the end, because I always say something, you're like, oh, thanks for watching. Alright. Last in the list. There he is. His name rhymes with Pulverine. Van Helsing, a 2004 action-adventure horror multi-platform game that is based on the film, that's right, of the same name. Start off here with the introduction of killing Mr. Hyde in Old Paris. And then you'll continue your journey with Van Helsing to hunt down Dracula in Transylvania. Some of the enemies you'll face in the game are skeletons, flying skulls, small werewolves. I guess they ran out of big ones. Or maybe they just haven't fully developed. Skeletons armed with swords, bats, Dracula's children. Man, could you imagine Van Helsing as a babysitter? I don't know if that's what happened. I haven't gotten far enough in a game to face Dracula's children, but I gotta imagine there are a handful because I've had kids myself, so I'm sure they have annoying questions and terrible drawings. And I don't know. We'll see when we get there. There's stone statues and a whole bunch of other main enemies. And then Van Helsing here begins the game with, he's got 2 handguns and his Tojo blades. And then later you acquire other weapons like, some you'll see that are actually in the movie, like the shotgun and the bow gun. And then you can make use of both firearms and blades to dispatch your enemies. So, yeah, I don't know, I like games like monster games or stuff like that with like a dark tone to it. Oh yeah, check that out. That's the worst edit I've done in any of my videos. I totally missed and then tried to just throw in the other clip of me making it. It's so he's like swinging twice. Oh my god, man, I suck at YouTube. But yeah, this is a good one. Definitely would check this one out.
All right, that's it. Those are my 10. Those are my 10 games. Hopefully you liked them. Hopefully some of these might be new to you, which I don't know. It's weird because I say that and I always think, nah, people probably know about these games. But a lot of my vids, people are still commenting. They're like, hey, I never heard of this one before. And that's why I do this. I really always want somebody to just find a new game. That's the whole point of this channel, man. Find something new to play and then move on. Move on from me. It sounds so terrible. But no, let me know in the comments though, like what'd you think? Again, were there any games that were inspired by movies that you would have rather seen or that are your favorite? I always want to hear that. And maybe I don't know about some too. 'Cause that's another thing about how awesome the viewers are, is they always let me know. I always get great suggestions from everybody. So, and you know, that list just keeps building, man. And we're running out of time, damn it. Never enough time to play these games. So I'll just watch videos like you. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, thanks for letting me, thanks for letting me, thanks for watching. Thanks for, what did you guys let me do? You let me show you this video. Thanks for watching this video. The next one, I think is going to be another interesting, weird one. I'm going to do something with like advertising in games, or games that have like built around ads or have ads in them, kind of a thing. I haven't quite ironed out the details, but something along the lines. Think of like Yo Noid or something, you know, with the whole Domino's pizza thing, something like that. But yeah, as always, appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch you on next vid.